Support, Tom. We have great support. Everybody loves the space, and this is where it's at. This is where it's at. Whoa! Whoa! It's true. People get so excited with the Space Force, but that's where it's at. I'm not doing it as fun and games. That's where it's at. And I'm not just talking about missiles going up or rockets going to Mars or going to, which is very exciting. I like that. I say let the private guys do it. You know, they're all having fun. Let them do it. We'll rent them our great facilities. That's what we're doing. We're renting them our great facilities. Let them spend their money. They want to go to Mars. I love it. They can hop on the ship themselves. I couldn't care less. They want to do it. I'm okay with it. They're rich. I don't know. Rich guys seem to like space. And I say they want to use our facilities. We'll charge them a small amount of money. Like, you know, how about $25 million a launch? They'll say, okay. But NASA has been reinvigorated. But we need it from the standpoint of protection, offense, defense. We need it for our military. I withdrew the United States from the horrible, one-sided Iran nuclear catastrophe. And we have recognized the capital of Israel and opened the American embassy in Jerusalem. And instead of spending $1.1 billion, I opened it up for $400,000. You know that. You know. Have you all heard that story? They want to hear it again. But we have opened it up for slightly less than budget. Budget was $1.1 billion. I'm saying, how do you spend? Do we have any builders here, like knock-up houses and things? How do you spend $1.1 billion for a one-story building? We'll try and figure this out. But they came to my office. Sir, would you sign this? I said, okay, I'm signing because I signed so many papers. And I have Donald. So what's it for, General? Sir, we are building the U.S. Embassy in Israel. Sir, how much? $1.1 billion, sir. I said, whoa. I said, we'll never get this passed by Tom Tillis. $1.1 billion. We're not going to pass. I'm not going to, don't worry, I'm not sending it to you anyway. I said, what do you mean? Sir, it will cost. We're looking for land right now. So I called up David Friedman, one of the best lawyers in New York, one of the biggest. He loves Israel. And he gave up, he made a fortune. And he gave up this massive amount of money. I won't even tell you what he made, too much. But he gave it up because he wanted to be the ambassador to Israel. I called David, very smart guy. I said, David, they want to spend $1.1 billion to build the embassy in Jerusalem. It's crazy. He said, could I work on it? Yeah. Calls me back 2 days later. He said, sir, we own the best piece of land in Jerusalem. We have a building on the piece of land. It's set back from the standpoint of terrorism. They want a setback. They don't like it on the street. We all understand that, right? It's set back beautifully. It's on a big site, like I think 18 acres, which is a massive site. We've owned it for a long time. We have a building on it. It's a good building, but it needs some renovation. We can take a big chunk of the building, renovate it. Sir, I can have it done for $180,000, he told me. 180. So I said, wait a minute. It's the first time I've ever done this in my life. I shouldn't tell you this, I'll get in trouble. They'll get me in trouble. I said, wait a minute, David. You won't believe what I'm going to say. I said, that sounds too cheap. It's no good. He said, I can do it for 180. I said, David, it's too cheap. Do it for 400,000 or 500,000. Please don't do it for 180. At 180, they're going to think you're kidding. Do it for like 400,000. Is that okay? Absolutely. And there's a stone called Jerusalem stone. I have a friend, he's a very rich person. The great Ron Barron. He's a great hedge fund guy, great, brilliant guy. And for years, he brags about his office. He said, I use Jerusalem stone. He gets it in Jerusalem. And it's one of the most expensive. He's so proud of it. He's more proud of Jerusalem stone than he is of his career. And he's made billions, okay? Really. And he always wants to show me his Jerusalem stone. I've been hearing it for years. So I said, David, can you use Jerusalem stone? You're in Jerusalem. He said, absolutely. I get it for peanuts. Can you believe it? So we have all Jerusalem stone. It's beautiful. And we ended up spending $400,000, and we opened it 4 months after I agreed to do it in the first place. We saved $1.1 billion. We got it open. Don't forget, the $1.1 billion, as a lot of people in this room would say, probably would never gotten built. And if it did, it would have cost $4.4 billion. So we did it for $400,000, and we're proud of it. And by the way, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. They had their opening. It's beautiful. They have their embassy. They have their capital. And a lot of people are happy. Together, we've made extraordinary progress, but we're just getting started. If you vote Republican this November, we will continue to cut your taxes, cut your regulations, and raise your incomes, because that's what we're doing. We will protect Medicare and Social Security. We will continue to confirm judges who will interpret our Constitution as written. We will fully secure the border for you. We will pass Kate's Law, which has already been passed by the House. We will stop sanctuary cities, stop catch and release, end the visa lottery that we talked about, end chain migration. And we will keep the criminal drug dealers and terrorists the hell out of our country. We will lift millions of our citizens from welfare to work, dependence to independence, and from poverty to prosperity. That's what's going to happen. For years you watched as your leaders apologized for America. Now you have a president who is standing up for America. Very simple. Standing up for America. We are standing up for your values. We are standing up for North Carolina, and we are standing proudly up for our great national anthem. To continue our incredible momentum, you need to get your friends, get your family, get your co-workers, and get out and vote for Ted Budd and Mark Harris and vote Republican. We're going to win. Loyal citizens like you help build this country, and together we are taking back our country, returning power to you, the American people. We stand on the shoulders of brave Americans who crossed the oceans, tamed the wilderness, secured our independence, won 2 world wars, and built the greatest country and most powerful military in the history of the world. American patriots defeated fascism, vanquished communism, and delivered millions into freedom. Our ancestors put down the mighty railroads, linked up the roaring highways, dug out the Panama Canal, and planted an American flag on the face of the moon. These courageous Americans did not shed their blood, sweat, and tears so that we could sit at home while others try to erase their legacy, tear down our history, and destroy our very proud American heritage. For the sake of freedom and for the sake of our children, we are going to work, we are going to fight, and we are going to win, 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 and we are going to keep on winning. We will not bend. We will not break. We will never give in. We will never give up. We will never back down. We will never surrender. And we will never, ever lose. We will only fight to victory every single time. Because we are Americans, and our hearts bleed red, white, and blue. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. And together, we will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America safe again. We will make America great again. Thank you, North Carolina. Thank you.